Hey folks, I want to talk about a comment that I just read recently. Said something to the effect of all good horsemen know that horses have to be led from a certain side. There's a right and a wrong side. That's a myth. Horrible myth. It was a tradition that was established many, many years ago. It all started when back in the day when most of the mounted people on horses, either knights or later on the cavalry, and they couldn't get on a horse except on the left side because of the sword hanging on their side. So that's where that tradition came from. Now, even growing up years back, it was still very common to hear people say you do everything from the left side of the horse. Well, even to date, they still put the buckles on the one side. So yeah, you got a problem there. I do something that not many guys do. I actually saddle from the right side. Now, there's two reasons for this. One, it's very good to do things on both sides of the horse, including mounting and everything, because you just never know when you're going to be in a situation where you might have no choice but to handle the horse from the right-hand side, which is not what a lot of people are used to doing. I can lead my horse from either side. She's used to it. And from a practical standpoint, I like saddling from this side because when you first put your saddle on, the first thing you're going to have to do is come around this side and let the cinch down. Now, there's supposed to be a tab up here, but it's missing on this saddle. So there's my cinch. I got to come on this side anyhow. Why don't I just put the saddle on from this side? Second part of that is that, when you're on this side of the horse, or putting the saddle on, most of your long stuff is on this side of the horse anyhow. You got your cinch, quite often a rear cinch as well, maybe your breast collar. You got a lot of junk hanging down on this side of the saddle. Why not throw it on from this side? It means you don't have to lift the saddle near as high, and it's not as much of a chance of the stuff getting caught up underneath the edge of the saddle or the saddle pad. Just makes life a whole lot easier. It's a practical thing to do in my mind, and it's good for the horse because she gets used to being handled from both sides, because after that, then I come around to this side and I do up the cinch from this side. So we work on both sides of the horse. It's good for the horse. There's a reason behind that, and there's various trains of thought on it. Is the horse's brain is split in the middle. There's no connection between the left and right, and whatever you teach it on one side, you have to teach it on the other side. Now, the exact reason why you have to do that, there's a few theories on that, but the fact remains that you have to do it. It's very good to expose your horse to all the same things on both sides. If you got a plastic bag in your hand and your horse gets really used to having you rub it on this side and everything else, you walk around this side, all of a sudden the horse freaks out because this side hasn't learned. They have monocular vision. They see things separately. They're actually looking at two different images with their eyes. That has a lot to do with it. You can go out on a trail ride. You can go down the trail. The horse shies at something. You get it used to it. You go past it, no problem. Come back home down the same trail, past the same object. All of a sudden the horse freaks out again, and you're like, why are you doing that? Well, it's seeing it again for the first time because it's seeing it in the other eye this time. So handle your horse from both sides as much as possible. You don't want a one-sided horse. You want to be able to mount from both sides. You want to be able to lead from both sides. You want to be able to do everything from both sides. It's the best for you, and it's certainly a safety issue because you just never know when you're going to be in a jam, and you just might have to do something from the right side of the horse that normally you do from the left side. You want the horse used to it so it doesn't freak out and nobody gets hurt. It's all about safety, and it's good training, it's good habit, and most of the modern horsemen will do it that way. There's still a few people stuck in the past, think you only do everything from the one side of the horse. That's a myth. Don't do it. Best for the horse, best for you, do everything from both sides. Have a good day, folks.